Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess is the perfect book for beginner to intermediate level players because it doesn't use square coordinates, it just shows you pictures of the position, like this one. So in this video I'm going to talk you through my top 10 puzzles in the book which I really enjoyed playing. So here you look at the checks, and if here, the knight can just take and then it blocks this rook from coming in, whereas if you sacrifice this rook, you're getting straight in with checkmate. So throughout the book, the puzzles get harder and harder. So for example, I really enjoyed this one, just showing the power of pinning a piece, right? So now the rook can come in, giving checkmate. Their rook is pinned. Alright, so here, in a number 7, so here we first look at this, but actually bishop can get in. And here the knight just appears to be protecting these squares. Let's say we remove this knight from defending this square. Knight takes, and rook can come in, delivering checkmate. I've got a link to this book in the description if you fancy buying it. I'd really recommend it for people under 1800. If you're under 1,000, this book is going to do a lot of good for your chess. It just goes over the basic types of mates, back rank mates, smothered mates, all the different types. So here, this is just mate in 1, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but this pawn is pinned. So this is just instructive. Like, whenever I'm playing a game and I see a pinned piece, I actually say it out loud. I say, this pawn's pinned, and therefore, how can we exploit that? And the bishop protects these squares. Okay, so here, it's a bit trickier. I'll give you a couple of seconds. You want to pause. It's the queen sack, guys. Here. And the thing you should notice looking at this is the knight blocks off this square. So actually, this is sort of back rank mate along the side of the board. The bishop can interpose, but it's useless. It's over for black. So here, right, so this is sort of from black's point of view, okay? So it's how does black defend against these threats? So here, black has this, all right? These next 3 puzzles are all from black's point of view. If white goes here, trying to push the black king away, black can actually just take the queen. And white is just losing. So black can defend this position. Okay, so here, another one for black. What does black do here? So if black takes with a king, it seems logical. It adds a defender to this square. But actually, white still has 3 attackers on this square here. So black takes with a rook here, guys. And that buys black time, so when white comes in, if black takes, white takes with checkmate. So this buys black time to just give the king an escape square. And after takes, yeah, the queen can come in, but now black's getting away. White can try and put a threat on this pawn, but black can just, move the queen, give the king a little room. Queen can come in, but this is still a game, And then the final puzzle for black to move. What does black do? This is a geometric checkmate. The bishops taking away all these squares, and the rook helping out along the a file. And then finally this pawn just preventing the king from slithering away. So these last 2, my top 2 puzzles that I really enjoyed from this book. So firstly, here, queen takes. I thought this was gorgeous. Because what that does, that allows the rook to come see this square. So you should realize that if this knight comes in, these pieces would be working together well. And that's just mate. King cannot get away there. And then finally, my number 1, my favorite puzzle from this book. I'll give you a few seconds to have a look. And it's this. It's queen takes, rook takes. The rook can come in here now. You could capture the rook, but actually just think a few moves ahead. And this is just gorgeous. Pawn delivers, checkmate on g7. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Check out my other videos. I've got a rating climb. I'm currently a 1600 level player, but I'm trying to hit 2000. That's my goal by the end of this year. So subscribe if you want to see some of those videos. And yeah, like I say, I've got a link in the description if you want to buy it. And yeah, it's a good book. I'd recommend to everyone, really. As long as you're below 1800, it's a great book for you. Cheers, guys.